ton of great games has been released in previous month, and we try to keep everybody informed at Gamestrack. So, hi folks, it's Adil, and today on Gamestrack you need to give attention to new games released in June 2022. Starting off at number 10, it is Dadish 3. Dadish 3 is the third game in the adorable platforming series, offering 50 new levels to explore spread out across 5 worlds with all new bosses to beat. The game is free to play in its entirety, and if you don't enjoy advertisements while you play, you can remove them for $3.49 premium experience. So whether you're looking for a free game to causally dive into or your next platforming obsession to spend hours looking for secrets, Dadish 3 has you covered. At number 9 is Gloomgrave. For some reason, Gloomgrave reminds me of the dungeon crawler Delver, long ago abandoned, as the graphics look similar. For me, this is a good thing, as Delver is dead. But, the game sure offered some sweet graphics. In comes Gloomgrave, which is also a roguelike, just like Delver, where you'll delve into the depths of dungeons in search of loot. Keep in mind the game is somewhat short, as there are only 15 floors. However, the game is challenging, so you won't hit the 15th floor on your first playthrough, that's for sure. All in all, Gloomgrave hits many of the same strikes as Delver. So if you missed playing the classic, perhaps this new up-and-comer will fill that roguelike hole in your heart. At number 8, it's Incoherence. Glitch Games has been cranking out escape room puzzle games for years, otherwise known as point-and-click adventure games. Incoherence is the latest release from the studio. It's a polished point-and-click adventure, offering a slew of puzzles to solve, all so you can piece together your lost memory. Sure, the setup is simple, but the gameplay is solid. So if you're a fan of similar adventure games, then Incoherence is easily worth a look. At number 7 is Hook 2. Rainbow Train's puzzle game Hook found a good bit of success back in 2015, thanks to its striking minimal design and enjoyable puzzle-based play. The concept is simple enough, simply remove all the hooks from the board. Now that Hook 2 is here, you can expect to explore all new levels, and this time around, the entire game is presented in 3D, adding a whole new layer to the game. Thankfully the switch to 3D works quite well. At number 6 is Logica Emotica. Bartbot is a developer that excels at offbeat puzzle games, like his Color series of puzzle games. The latest release from the dev is Logica Emotica. This is also a puzzle game, and each level offers its own logic. You'll have to constantly think outside the box since each puzzle offers its own unique solution. The game is free to play, and if you prefer a premium experience, you can pay $2 to remove the title's advertisement. So far, reviews have remained positive since release. I agree that the game's a hoot and shouldn't be missed. At number 5 is Abandoned Ship. If you've ever played the real-time strategy roguelike FTL, Faster Than Light, then you should know what to expect from Abandoned Ship. This, too, is a roguelike, where you'll command a ship and its crew as you explore an untamed ocean. You can trial the game for free, and if you like what you see, you can unlock the full title for $8. And if you'd also like to snag all the game's DLC, you can unlock everything for $12. So yes, this is a premium game, and it offers about 30 hours of gameplay, making the investment well worth it if you enjoy exploration-based roguelikes. At number 4 is Fury Unleashed. Awesome Games Studios' Fury Unleashed is a roguelike side-scrolling shooter, offering fast-paced action that's pretty darn challenging. Thankfully, controllers are supported, so you're not stuck with the touchscreen for such a challenging game. For $8, you get a quality run-and-gun action game that should ideally last most players around 9 hours to beat. So if you're a fan of games like Contra and Metal Slug, you'll probably get a kick out of Fury Unleashed. At number 3 is A Story of a Company. Buff Studio offers quite a few adventure games on the Play Store at this point. It's the studio's bread and butter, and A Story of a Company is the latest release from the company. As expected, this too is an adventure game, though it plays more like a visual novel. The whole thing is styled after text messaging on a phone, and covers what it's like working for a day. Nothing groundbreaking, but that's the point. This is just a chill story to work through. At number 2 is Barnard Star. If you're into strategy games, like XCOM, then you'll want to check out Barnard Star. There are 3 factions to choose from, where you can battle with up to 24 characters across 9 different maps. You can play offline against the AI or locally against a friend, and there's even online multiplayer support if you're looking to play with strangers. Best of all, this is a premium release, so for $4, you get the entire game, and there's plenty to explore to keep players busy for a good while. At number 1 is RPG Gale of Windoria. RPG Gale of Windoria is the latest release from Kemco, a studio that's been pumping out mobile RPGs for at least a decade. Much like previous releases, you get a linear story that's backed by pixel graphics, and for once, the story is actually decent, where you'll save the world with a group of friends, exploring your allies' routes as you adventure together. This is a premium release, but there is also a free version available for those that want to check the game out without going out of pocket. A few bonus games for you as well. First, The Magician Lord. This is a side-scrolling action platformer, a classic arcade game, and since it primarily consists of moving on a single plane while punching and kicking, the new touch controls work well enough. Thankfully, there's also controller support, though the functionality is hidden behind an icon on the home screen. Burning Fight is the next title from SNK to land on Android in the month of June, a beat-em-up from the arcade that plays like Double Dragon or Final Fight. That's not to say this is some sort of discount clone, as it stands on its own 2 feet. So if you are a fan of classic beat 'em ups and have yet to play Burning Fight, now's your chance if you have $4 to spare. Much like the rest of SNK's ACA catalog, controllers are supported. Third is Art of Fighting 3. Beyond brawlers, SNK was known for its fighting games, and the Art of Fighting series is easily a standout. This is the third entry in the series, offering lovely pixel-based graphics with familiar 90s-style fighting comparable to games like Street Fighter II and Samurai Showdown. Controllers are supported out of the box and are recommended, as you'll have a tough time competing with the game's touch controls, as classic 90s-style fighting games are pretty demanding for their move sets. Last, but not least for SNK's releases is Robo Army, another side-scrolling brawler. You can expect slick pixel graphics of some awesome-looking robots, where you'll smash your opponents' faces as you brawl across every stage. Much like the previous 3 releases, controllers are supported, though the touch controls work well enough to get some quick rounds of brawling action under your belt. That is all for today. Leave us a comment. Let us know what to think. If you liked this video, click like. If you're not subscribed, now is a great time to do so. Click subscribe and don't forget to enable all notifications. And as always, we thank you very much for watching this video.